Hello, everybody. Welcome. My name is Benjamin Bloom. This is the Benjamin Bloom Football Channel. Please leave your bias at the door and forgive me for enjoying this one a little bit. But in a very bad week for the dearly departed, with the confirmed relegations of West Brom and Fulham, I am going to enjoy the fact that Leeds have just stuffed 4 goals past Burnley and fly the flag for the dearly departed up now in that top half. And honestly, they may be even looking a couple of places above. We will talk about that when we have a look at the league table at the end. But we do need to first go over a magnificent 4-0 win. A 4-0 away win in the Premier League from Leeds. Brilliant stuff. Beat West Brom 5, didn't they? But this is, I suppose, Burnley, an established Premier League club as well. Now, we did speak on the preview show yesterday about the psychology of Burnley just having survived for another season. Would we get a small drop-off? And with Leeds in a good moment and kind of playing in that sort of relaxed way, and with some key players sort of returning into a team that was frankly already performing quite well. I'm not in the I told you so bracket here, but we did foresee something like this happening. I'm not going to lie and say I thought it would be as wide a margin of victory, but the circumstances did point in the sort of direction of a desirable afternoon towards Leeds, and it certainly was, for goodness sake, in the early kickoff in the Premier League. There are the teams. So classic Burnley 4-4-2 there. Bailey, Peacock, Farrell. We're going to have a few ex-Leeds links in here, let's just say. Matt Lowton, James Tarkowski, Ben Mee, Charlie Taylor across the back. Brownhill, Westwood, Cork, McNeil, Wood and Vidra. So yeah, more ex-Leeds narrative there than you can shake a stick at. And of course, Burnley guaranteed their survival by winning at Fulham on Monday. They are on the beach. Are Leeds on the beach? Does Bielsa like the beach? I'm not so sure he does, hey? There's your Leeds team. Now, there were some options for Bielsa here with the return of Rafinha, Rodrigo and Liam Cooper. And what he's done, well, is it revealing? Isn't it revealing? You tell me in the comments. Meslier in goal, fine. Ayling, Llorente, Struijk, Alioski. Now remember, Robin Koch filled in for Calvin Phillips in the last game. Liam Cooper available, not in the team. Interesting. I wonder, I know he's the captain, but they're winning games without him. And we all know how Bielsa likes to stick to a winning team and honestly just likes to stick to a consistent team, whatever they're doing, to try and work them towards a winning team. Obviously, Calvin Phillips returns in the deep line playmaker spot. He came back late in the game against Spurs. Now, here's where it gets interesting. So Dallas was playing right midfield with Tyler Roberts tucked in. Roberts out. Dallas moves across to central midfield. Rafinha in. Click. And Harrison is the rest of the midfield. Now, of course, Bielsa could have taken out Alioski and put Dallas over at left back and kept Roberts in midfield. But I think it speaks to how beloved Stuart Dallas is to Bielsa and all the Leeds fans that the key thing seemingly for Bielsa is get Dallas in as important a role as you can. And central midfield is pretty important, I think we'd all agree. Obviously, Pat Bamford starts up top, but doesn't even finish the game. And can we draw some parallels here with a 4-0 game that Leeds won that I was at against Hull, where Bamford was taken out and his replacement scored 2 goals. That was Tyler Roberts that day. It's going to be Rodrigo today. But remember, in a boxing match, sometimes the opponent is softened up by what is done in round 2, and maybe the fatal blow is in round 6 or 7. So we can't jump to conclusions. And Bielsa loves Bamford, but Rodrigo's going to do himself no harm with this performance. Let's check out the goals. Lovely drive forward from the edge of to the edge of the box rather, from central midfield by Matt Click. Good finish, right-footed. He's using the decoy run there. You can see 2 ahead of him. We'll talk about the attacking intent from Leeds there. And curls that with the right foot. You can see Peacock Farrell's trying to get a good look at it. He's not, because Click puts it right in the corner. But look, usual stuff. That's the left back. Alioski, nice narrow position inside of Harrison ahead. And I'm guessing a bit blurry, Bamford, Roberts, Rafinha the other way. Just the attacking 1, 2, 3, 4 ahead of the ball with the left back coming up on a midfield break. You love to see it, don't you? 1-0 Leeds. We should point out that Struick misses a free header, and there are good chances for Burnley. So Meslier did his work in this game. Run from Vidra, he says, with the feet was a really big chance. Vidra doesn't get a good first touch with that, and it drives him away from goal, which helps Meslier. It's still a good save. Vidra should be scoring that. He should be getting a better first touch and sticking that one in. Big chance, not taken by Burnley. And it's Goodmanson on a bit more of a difficult angle. I'll give him a bit more of a pass. But Meslier, young, whole season done in the Premier League now. No problems here. Good keeper. And Leeds don't need that position addressing anytime soon, do they? God willing, he stays fit for the longest time. Here is goal number 2. Clever work this from Jack Harrison. Look on the edge of the box. Alioski has drilled that one. Now, you don't have to be a clever mathematician to realise the angle of draw a line between Alioski and the ball, and that's probably going wide, but really nice little touch by Jack Harrison. All he needs to do is redirect. He doesn't need to do anything else, and he knows that. Obviously, it's a split-second reaction, but he just flips the right foot at it. It's a really good goal, actually. He takes the pace off it and just redirects it. Just needs to go in a straight line, doesn't it? And you know Peacock Farrell is not going to be getting that. 2-0 to Leeds. And then here comes the Rodrigo show. I've put up in the corner, you can see the subs. So Rodrigo comes in on 58 for Pat Bamford. You can see as well, Roberts is going to come in for Click. You can see Roberts in the picture, in fact, there. Pervader in for Rafinha as well. Obviously, the key substitution there was, well, Harrison stays on the pitch and does some damage here, big style. And Rodrigo getting the 2 goals. This is a filthy goal, isn't it? Really is. Harrison, you can see, has angled it in. It's a great first touch from Rodrigo. He just gets it right to the point where as soon as he takes that first touch, he's either going to score or they're going to have to take him down. And here we go, red card denial, obvious goal scoring opportunity if you don't deliberately make an attempt for the ball. It's a great first touch, but how about the second as well? Just a naughty, naughty dink. You can see Peacock Farrell. He's going to make himself big. Which way is he going to go? Commits, just dinks it over the top. It's a great goal. Really, really decisive. It's Harrison, isn't it? Pierces the defence with the ball through. And lovely stuff by Rodrigo, you have to say. And here comes number 4. And what this picture does not show you as well is a despicable pass by Calvin Phillips in the build-up. Do you remember those games of air hockey used to play in the arcade, and the fans would go on, and the air puck, I don't know what you call it, would just glide over the pitch? Do you know what I'm talking about? Take a look at Calvin Phillips' ball to play in. I think it is Harrison again. He just drills it, and it floats and glides across the pitch. I mean, we've seen Calvin Phillips switch the play, you know, time and time and time again. He's got to get into that pocket, you know, that quarterback position, but he just drills this with such pace. If that ball's floated, everyone watches, they jockey, they get themselves back in positions, but he drills it. It's a great touch. Play through then to Rodrigo. Touch round the keeper. Lovely finish. And as I say, sometimes what is done in round 2 enables the knockout punches to be struck in round 6 or 7, and this certainly is the case today. Burnley 0, Leeds 4. Woof. This is not the behaviour of a newly promoted team, is it? There are the numbers, and of course we should mention Burnley did miss 3 big chances. We have mentioned the Vidra. You can see the big look on the shot map there. He's got to score that, hasn't he? And Gudmundsson as well is the smaller one over to the right. But Leeds, as ever, 53 on the possession. And I'm sure there was part of them that dropped in at 2-0 up and then allowed them to pick Burnley off. 16 shots apiece, 6-4 on target. Look down at the XG though, 1.44, 2.02. You're getting 2 on the XG away from home. You're looking good and some excellent finishing. We should acknowledge that Burnley probably should score with an XG of 1.44 and Vidra should score. But you've got to play the penalty boxes, haven't you? And delightful stuff by Leeds to pick them off. And if there was any shift in psychology, having just confirmed that they're going to be in the division next season from Burnley, Leeds really, really, really capitalised on that. And I do think now that the gradual return to fitness of, Llorente first, and then Koch, Rafinha in and out. Phillips had a little game or two, didn't he? In and out. And all returning now with Rodrigo at the same time. And of course, it's fairly straightforward to say that Bielsa did well without those guys. And he drips them in so cleverly, doesn't he? And so judiciously. It's not them. They come back, they're straight in the team that we sometimes see. And we've said it a million times. It's all about the pattern of play, the philosophy. Everyone can do it. So you don't get that massive drop-off when you're losing players. There's not a massive reliance. There's a big reliance on Calvin Phillips, obviously, but there's not a massive reliance around the rest of the team. And that's why you can see the likes of Dallas move from left back to central midfield to right midfield and, Roberts drop in, it's a click comes in, etc., etc. I'm preaching to the choir. I'm probably speaking to a lot of Leeds fans right now and they understand exactly what I'm saying, but it's just so well done by the professor in the dugout, isn't it? Now, let's have a look at the league table. I am filming this, complete transparency. It's 3:27. So we are into the game between Southampton and Fulham. That's why they're coming up in red. So they've just added a point on for both of them. If that game doesn't end in the draw, then those numbers won't be correct. But have a look at Leeds. 36 played, 2 to go, 53. Brilliant. Look down first of all, and you will see that the upside for Wolves in 12th is now add 9 on to them is 54. So, really, we're looking at Wolves being very unlikely to catch Leeds, and Villa are now 4 points behind. It's been a good battle between Leeds and Villa. With our dearly departed hats on, we can be proud of both of them. But Leeds have put in a 4-point lead, and what Villa know now is that in their last 3 games, they need a minimum of win, draw, and that assumes that Leeds lose their last 2 games. Looking above Leeds now is very, very interesting, because if Leeds were to put, the wildest dreams would be 6 points on and get to 59. They're going to be moving up 1 or 2 places, aren't they? So we'll see how that transpires. Even 4 points from 57. Look, maybe I'm getting ahead of myself now, because if they finish in 10th, that's brilliant. Look, if they finish in 12th, that's really, really good as well. We all know big picture, but you're kind of looking at it. When we do the next Dearly Departed preview show, we will take a proper look at the fixtures for those remaining teams, which hopefully, from a Leeds point of view, a couple of them will be playing each other. I do not know whether that's the case or not. I've just focused on this game. We'll do that in the preview shows. But great stuff. And it looks very likely 11th at minimum, but with a 4-point gap and a couple of games to go. 10th is looking good, and the top half, which is just tremendous. And as I say, given that 3 of my dearly departed teams have already been relegated, forgive me for enjoying the fact that either Leeds and Villa look very, very likely to finish 10th. Great job by both of them. Great win today by Leeds. Let me know what you think in the comments about the performance today, the final games of the season. Let's not get too excited, but where can they finish? Do me a favour, take a look at the fixtures of the other teams, and are they playing each other? Are they guaranteed drop points above them? And what do you think Leeds are going to do in the final 2 for them? Whatever transpires, this is great, isn't it? And I've just got up on the screen here. Leeds' last 8 games. Win, win, win. Draw, draw. 1 defeat. Win, win. 5 defeats, 2 draws. That is 16 points in 8. 2 points per game. Brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. Last 2 games, Southampton and West Brom. Forgive me if I get excited. I've said that about 5 times. But you know what I'm saying, don't you? Could be even another position or 2 more if they can finish out with 3 points, 4 points, or even 6 points in those last couple of games. Would be glorious, wouldn't it? Right, thank you everybody for watching. Hope you've enjoyed the review. Get your comments in on where you see this going. Big picture, we know what the story is. It's a big thumbs up, isn't it? But could it get any higher? Give me your analysis on that and the performance today. It was Burnley 0, Leeds 4. Leeds thrash Burnley. Unbelievable. Thanks for watching. Over and out. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please hit the like button to see more videos from this channel. Hit the subscribe button and to be notified every time we upload. Ring the bell for those notifications to come through on your device. If you really want to support the channel and me as a content creator, I will be eternally grateful if you head over to the merch store and grab something, or support over on Patreon, patreon.com/Benjamin Bloom. Thank you for your time. Go and watch another video.